Hi guys, welcome to Trader's Cookie channel. And today I'm going to show you around my portfolio again since this is a trading vlog. And you'll see my 8 days old account. So this is my real portfolio and I still have two active trades that I haven't closed yet. And I'm excited to start the trade tonight and see if the market prices of these stocks would go up, and if I'll be having a chance to have a bigger profit percentage. So I opened my trade just last night. So let's go to my history. So I'm going to show you my trading patterns and what I have realized, my realizations after taking the strategies that I did for the past few days. So the past few days, my strategy was to buy and sell on the same day and make sure that I won't be holding this stock overnight. And during these days, the time frame that I had been using is a 1 minute time frame. The indicators that I used was still MACD or and RSI. And the problem with this the 1 minute time frame, using the 1 minute time frame strategy, is that there were some stocks that had been giving false buy signals. So I think the reason why the 1 minute time frame had been giving false buy signals is because there are a lot of noises. The 1 minute time frame is very sensitive to the movement of the stocks, and there could be instances when the indicators could interpret the movement within a specific minute in relation to another or to the succeeding minute as a buy signal already. So that was that I one of the difficulties that I faced that time. So there were several instances when I entered the trade early, way too early, only to find out that the stock price would still rapidly go down. And then when it went up above the price that I had bought it, I had no choice but to, just close the trade, immediately close the trade because, you know, I could not expect that it would still go up. So it was only sometime here, only just this week, that I realized the danger of using a 1 minute time frame. And instead of the 1 minute time frame, I started using the 3 minute time frame. So far, I had not been experiencing any false buy signal when using a 3 minute time frame. In fact, when I bought these stocks last night, I was using a 3 minute time frame. So I was surprised that when I woke up, it gained, a little profit after entering such trade. So going back to my history, one of the reasons why my profit and loss percentage increased to 13% was because of my trade for GOL. This was last June 4. Actually, this was an accidental profitable trade. When I bought this at 7.44 on June 4, I bought it at a price of $7.44. It suddenly rapidly went down to such a point that I was not able to exit the trade on the same day. Because as you can see, I had no plan of holding my trades overnight or even for several days. I didn't want to close it on the same day. So it went down and it even closed at a price lower than 7.44. I sorry, 6.96. 6.96. It when the price went lower than 6.96. So I had no choice but to hold it because if I'm going to sell it at the price at that time, I would be having a $100 loss, and it was too big for me to to handle or to carry such loss. So I've decided to take a hold take a long position or hold a long position by having it stay for an overnight. I wasn't expecting it to increase the next day, for the opening price to be much higher than the closing price of the stock. So I was really, having my thoughts of holding this stock for a longer time. I was thinking that I had to wait for several days before the stock price would go up. Then I was surprised because the next day I was observing the movement of the stock, the amount that it would be opening, expected opening price. I was shocked when it reached 7.44. So that was the time that I've decided to sell it immediately, without really checking the indicators if the stock price could go up above 7.44. So at that time, I was also afraid because I was thinking that there could be eToro charges, the overnight fees, weekend fees, or whatever fees that eToro could be charging me for taking a long position for the said stock. But then upon research, I found out that the overnight fees and the weekend fees would only apply if the commodity that you'd be using are cryptocurrencies, forex, and also if you had bought the US stock using a leverage. So that is reason why I had not been using any leverage for my trades, because you'll never know when you'll be taking a long position, because the market is really volatile, so you really have to be careful about your stock trading, especially now that if you're really not that of an expert, it's really more safe to just buy stocks without a leverage until you really understand the movement of the market. So yeah. So after this accidental overnight trade, I decided to do some more day trading again. I bought new stock and sell it on the same day. Also GPS bought it and sold it on the same day. The JBLU stock, I was expecting to sell it on the same day, but then there was some technical issues here. When I was reading the chart, I thought that it was a buy signal, but then it wasn't at all. The problem is with me because I misinterpret the reading of my indicator. That is why when I bought it on June 5, 2020, I decided not to close it on the same day because the closing price on that day was below 14.70. And if I'd be closing it on that day, I'd be losing all of my profits. So I've decided to wait. And then last Monday, which was yesterday, uh, when I saw it went up during the opening price, I've decided to sell it immediately. Actually, if you can see if you're going to check the candlestick of JBLU stock for June 8th, the closing price was way above 14.97. So if I had really waited more, I would have earned more. But then at that time, I wasn't, thinking about earning a lot because what I wanted was to exit the trade because I've been holding it for several days already. So after exiting the JBLU trade, I have decided to, take my indicator seriously, and that's why I entered. Sorry, and that's why I entered my trade last night. These are my active trades and I haven't closed them yet. Again, I'm planning to close it tonight. So wish me luck and I hope that my profit percentage would still improve so that, my percentage would also increase. And so I'll show you around my trader's cookie um, feed or what they call this. So here's my feed and here is my stats page. See, I'll have 15.93. I want to maintain this one. That's why I really try my best not to sell it even if it's still on a paper loss. I wait, and wait until it still go up because I don't want I don't want my profile to have to indicate losses. The problem is the way that I had been trading, eToro has classified me as a number 8 risk trader. There was a time that it was a 9%, 9 9 risk. So far I had no average loss, but I don't know how eToro cla classified my trading or my last few trades as 95% profitable. I wonder why. Also, I don't understand why there's a negative percentage here, the max drawdown. I don't know how they compute this as well. So hopefully I'd be having a more profitable trading experience here in eToro. And so thank you, and I hope that you'll keep on watching and please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell button. Thank you guys.